Hello, and welcome to the Temple of Azarath. We are delighted that you could join us today. Yes, the entire city is the Temple of Azarath. It does span quite a distance, but so it's really more like a city, and there's plenty of room for everyone who wants to reside here or visit here, however temporary their stay may be. But it is still our holy place, so we call it the Temple of Azerath. May I ask, how was your journey to our glorious temple? And is this your first time with interdimensional travel? It is. Did you find it jarring at all? Well, that's good. Yes, sometimes jumping between dimensions can be a little unsettling, but it just depends on the specific person, whether or not it bothers them. It's much like motion sickness on Earth, you know. Some people have problems riding in cars, and some people can ride for hours without issue. Interdimensional travel is very similar to that. So, are you planning to stay with us a while? Alright, and is this your first visit to the Temple of Azerath? In that case, do you mind if I get a little basic information from you before you come in and wander about the temple? Okay. Well, in that case, let's see here. Can I get your name to start with? Okay. And how do you spell your second name? Okay. Now, are you human or are you an ascended being? Okay. And what is your point of origin? I take it you're not from Azerath if this is your first visit here, so are you from Earth or perhaps another realm? You are from Earth, okay. And do you have any demon blood in your lineage? No, it is not an automatic block, but we do like to know ahead of time because sometimes beings who have demon blood within their lineage can alter the very landscape of Azerath. You may have noticed when you came in the black skies of Azerath. At one time they were actually green before the birth of a child whom demon blood was part of her lineage. So we do just like to ask to kind of be prepared for any alterations to our landscapes that might occur. But no, okay, that's great. Now, do you have any friends or relatives already here in Azerath? Okay. And where are you planning to stay then? Do you already have some place in the temple picked out that you're going to stay, or would you like me to assign you a room in the temple? You would like a room in the temple. Okay, let me just see what we have. It's not currently in use. Okay, it looks like we have a lovely little room in the lower right wing. It has a view of, it's high up, so it does have a view of the entire temple when you look out the windows, which is always nice. Our temple is, of course, made of solid white marble, so it really is spectacular when you can take in the view of the entire thing. It will be a private room, so you can have that on your own. It's pretty good size. Yes, there's a large bed, and as aforementioned, the large window so you can see the city. And you will have neighbors on either side of you, but being a pacifist city, everyone here is pretty quiet and peaceful, so I don't think your neighbors will disturb you at all. Does that sound like a good room that you'd like to stay in? Okay. And may I ask what brings you to our fair temple today? Are you here for just a nice little vacation, or are you perhaps here to learn from one of the masters? Okay. No, it's not really that big of a deal. We just like to keep track of these things, understand more why people are coming into our temple. So we don't get a lot of visitors here, so it's always nice to catalog why the visitors that we do get show up. So now we do have a few things of interest here in the temple. There is, of course, the great door, which is located in the center of the temple, and that is actually a portal to the netherworlds. So it's a very powerful doorway, and it's a great tourist destination for anyone visiting Azarath. Coming to Azarath and not visiting the Great Door would be like going to New York City and not visiting the Statue of Liberty. So it's one of those things that you just kind of have to do while you're here, So I highly recommend checking that out while you're here. And another point of interest is the Temple of Azar. And Azar is the founding priestess of our civilization here on Azerath. The tomb of Azar is, of course, where she's buried. There have been a few other Azars since she transcended, if you will, because it's a tradition that she named her daughter Azar, and so on down the line. So we have had a few other Azars, but the tomb of Azar is for the original Azar, who actually found her fellow-minded followers on Earth and brought them here to this interdimensional plane and founded the civilization and temple of Azarath. And that's why it's named Azarath, of course, because it is named after our beloved Azar. And she's also the one who kind of led the charge for our pacifist society, for everyone to cast out the darkness within them into the netherworlds. Of course, that didn't necessarily turn out so well, because all those dark parts that everyone cast out became a great demon who is really bent on destroying Azerath and Earth. But, these things happen. The best intentions laid sometimes go awry, but in any event, we do still celebrate our beloved Azar, and I highly recommend a visit to Azar's tomb. Another thing you might want to do while you're here is we offer spectacular meditation sessions led by some of the highest qualified meditation experts in Azarath, and these can really help bring a calmness about you, really tap into your inner peace, and even if you don't want to actually cast your darkness into the nether as the ancestors did so many years ago, meditation can still help you tap into that inner peace within yourself so that you can be, more peaceful in your entire life. And when you leave Azerath and return to Earth, those lessons can go with you. So I do highly recommend stopping into one of the meditation classes while you're here. So I have the room booked for you. Is there anything else I can do for you while I'm here? Or while you're here? Okay, well then why don't I just put the final touches on this? You can go ahead and head up to your room. Again, it's up on the upper floors in the far corner. Just follow the signs and you'll find it there. And I hope you have a very relaxing, enjoyable time while you're here in Azerath, okay? Welcome to the temple. And if you guys want to see how I made the rest of this costume, then check out my new book, Cosplaying When You're Broke, which is currently available for pre-sale. The links are in the description box.